Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the red flags of a toxic person. Life is too short for negativity and drama. We deserve relationships that lift us up. Recognizing these red flags is like having a superpower. It gives you the strength to protect your well-being. Let's get started, shall we? The first red flag is the woe is me syndrome. Everything is always someone else's fault. They are perpetually the victim in their own drama. We all go through tough times, but a toxic person clings to victimhood. They use it to deflect responsibility and guilt you. This constant negativity is draining. As long as they're the victim, they never have to change.
So how do you deal with someone who's constantly playing the victim? First, recognize that you can't control their behavior. You can only control your reaction to it. Don't get sucked into their vortex of blame and negativity. Instead of offering solutions or shouldering their emotional burdens, try setting gentle but firm boundaries. Let them know that you're there for them, but you're not going to participate in the blame game. Remember, you're not responsible for their happiness, nor are you obligated to fix their problems. Encourage them to take ownership of their actions and to seek healthier ways of coping with their emotions. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is to distance yourself from the situation. It's not about being cold-hearted, it's about protecting your own emotional well-being. You deserve peace and positivity, and sometimes that means stepping away from the drama.
Another major red flag of a toxic person is their constant need for control. This is about them feeling the need to control you, your actions, your thoughts. Control disguised as love is still control. They'll manipulate situations to get their way, often through guilt trips, ultimatums, or by playing on your emotions. True strength comes from within, not from controlling others.
How do you break free from the puppet strings? Recognize your own worth and power. Live your life on your own terms. Set clear boundaries. Stand firm. Your voice matters. Surround yourself with supportive people.
You know, we've all been in those situations where you're pouring your heart out, hoping for a little understanding, a little compassion. But then you look at them, and it's like staring into a blank wall. Their eyes are empty, they just don't get it. This, my friends, is a hallmark of a toxic person, a profound lack of empathy. Empathy is what connects us, what makes us human. But toxic people lack this fundamental ability. They're so wrapped up in their own world, their own needs, that they become blind to the feelings of others.
Recognizing a lack of empathy isn't always easy. Sometimes it's subtle, like a disregard for your feelings. Other times it's glaringly obvious, like a complete lack of remorse. Trust your gut. You know when someone genuinely cares. Pay attention to how you feel. Do you feel heard and understood, or do you feel constantly dismissed, like your feelings are an inconvenience?
Have you ever felt like you were being played? Like you were dancing to someone else's tune? Manipulation is subtle and insidious. It leaves you doubting your own sanity. Manipulators use guilt, fear, and obligation to control you. They twist your words and rewrite history to maintain control. And the manipulator? They sit back, pulling the strings, getting exactly what they want.
How do you break free from a manipulator? Knowledge is power. Recognize the signs. Set firm but loving boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no. You're not responsible for their happiness. You are worthy of respect and love. On the other side lies freedom and empowerment.
Trust, my friends, is the foundation of any healthy relationship. It's the bedrock upon which love, respect, and intimacy are built. But what happens when that foundation is shattered by lie after lie? What happens when the person you're supposed to be able to trust most in the world consistently deceives you? It can be utterly disorienting, like the ground is constantly shifting beneath your feet. You start to question everything, doubt your own perceptions. Was that story they told you true? Are they being truthful about their feelings? Habitual liars create a world of deception, a tangled web of half-truths and outright fabrications. And the worst part, they often do it with such ease, such conviction, that you can't help but question your own reality. Being in a relationship with a habitual liar can be emotionally exhausting. You know, one of the most liberating things a person can do is own their truth. To look in the mirror and say, yes, I messed up. To take responsibility for their actions, for the impact they've had on others. But with a toxic person, that accountability, it's often missing. They have a hard time saying those three little words, I'm sorry, because to them, an apology means weakness. It means admitting fault, and that, my friends, is not something they're comfortable with. So they deflect, they blame, they twist the narrative until somehow you're the one apologizing to them. It's exhausting, isn't it? To be in a relationship where genuine remorse is absent, where you're constantly left feeling unheard and invalidated. But remember this, you deserve an apology, you deserve to be acknowledged and respected. Don't settle for anything less.
Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but Oprah, maybe they were raised differently. Maybe they don't know how to apologize. And while that might be true in some cases, it's still not an excuse. We all have the capacity to learn and grow. And if someone consistently hurts you without any remorse, it's a sign that they might not be ready or willing to do the work. And that's okay. You can't force someone to change. What you can do is choose yourself. Choose your peace. Choose to walk away from relationships that drain you, that make you question your worth. Remember, moving on isn't about bitterness or revenge. It's about self-preservation. It's about reclaiming your power and creating space for healthy, fulfilling relationships in your life.
We've all felt a twinge of jealousy now and then. It's a natural human emotion, but with toxic people, jealousy takes on a life of its own. It becomes all-consuming, suffocating even. Suddenly, your accomplishments are a threat. Your friendships are suspicious. Even your own happiness becomes something they resent. It's like they need to dim your light in order to feel good about themselves. And you know what fuels this toxic jealousy? Insecurity. Deep down, they're wrestling with their own self-doubt, their own feelings of inadequacy. And instead of addressing those issues head-on, they project them onto you. But here's the truth. Your light doesn't diminish theirs. It has absolutely no bearing on their own brilliance. In fact, true love celebrates your successes, your joys, your growth.
Now, jealousy often goes hand in hand with possessiveness. Toxic individuals crave control. They need to know where you are, who you're with, what you're doing at all times. And if you dare to step outside the lines they've drawn for you, the accusations start flying, the guilt trips begin. They try to isolate you, to make you dependent on them for validation and affection. But let me tell you something. Love shouldn't feel like a cage. It shouldn't feel suffocating. A healthy relationship is built on trust, on mutual respect, on giving each other the space to breathe and grow. If someone is constantly trying to control your every move, it's not a sign of love, my friends. It's a sign of something far more sinister.
Toxic people are masters of manipulation. They're like puppeteers, subtly pulling at your strings, trying to control your every move. And one of their most insidious tactics, isolation. They'll start off subtly, planting seeds of doubt about your friends and family. "Oh, I heard your sister talking about you," they might say with a knowing smirk. Or, "Are you sure your best friend has your best interests at heart?" These comments might seem harmless at first, but over time they chip away at your support system. They make you question the people you love, the people who genuinely care about you, and slowly but surely you start to withdraw. You spend less time with your loved ones, less time doing the things you enjoy. Your world shrinks until it revolves solely around the toxic person, and that, my friends, is exactly what they want.
Isolation is a powerful tool of manipulation. It makes you vulnerable, dependent on the toxic person for validation and affection. But remember this, you are not alone. Your true friends, your family, they love you. They want to be there for you. Don't let a toxic person convince you otherwise. Reach out to them, talk to them, let them know what's going on. You'd be amazed by the strength and support you'll find in your true circle. They'll remind you of your worth, of the amazing person you are outside of this toxic relationship. Reclaiming your connections is a powerful act of self-love. It's a way of breaking free from the isolation and finding solace in the warmth and support of those who truly cherish you.
Have you ever felt like you're walking on eggshells around someone? One minute they're all sunshine, the next they're a storm cloud. It's like you're constantly trying to decipher a code. You start second-guessing everything, afraid to rock the boat. You deserve to be yourself, freely and openly.
Now, it's important to remember that everyone experiences mood swings from time to time. Life throws curveballs, and it's natural to have ups and downs. But when someone's moods are extreme, frequent, and seemingly out of nowhere, there might be something deeper going on. It's crucial to encourage your loved one to seek professional help. There could be underlying issues like anxiety, depression, or even a personality disorder that need to be addressed. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. While it's essential to support your loved one, you also need to prioritize your own well-being. You can't pour from an empty cup. Set healthy boundaries and don't be afraid to create some distance if needed. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship where you feel safe, respected, and emotionally secure. Don't settle for anything less.
Words have power. They can build you up or tear you down. And when you're constantly on the receiving end of criticism, it can slowly chip away at your self-esteem, leaving you feeling inadequate and unworthy. Toxic people often use criticism as a way to control and manipulate you. They might mask their jabs as helpful suggestions or just being honest, but their true intention is to make you feel small and insecure. Think about it. Does this person constantly criticize your appearance, your choices, your accomplishments? Do they make you feel like you can never do anything right? Do their words leave you feeling drained and defeated? If you answered yes to any of these questions, it's time to take a step back and recognize the toxic pattern at play. You're worthy of love and respect just the way you are.
Remember, you have the power to choose how you respond to criticism. Don't internalize their negativity. Instead of letting their words define you, remind yourself of your strengths and accomplishments. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, people who see the best in you and encourage you to grow. Their positive energy will be a much-needed antidote to the negativity you've been exposed to. And if the criticism persists, don't be afraid to set boundaries. Let this person know that you will not tolerate being spoken to in a disrespectful manner. You deserve to be treated with kindness and consideration. Remember, your voice matters. Don't be afraid to speak your truth and stand up for yourself. You are worthy of a love that empowers you, not one that diminishes you.
Thank you for joining me on this journey, my friends. Remember, recognizing these red flags is the first step towards healthier relationships. It's about understanding what you deserve and refusing to settle for anything less. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe for more content. Take care and stay positive.